Hey everybody, this is Phil, Canadian Treasure Hunter. I just got up here early. I'm looking in the back of my rental property. Somebody threw an Xbox 360. Looks like it's untampered with. It's gonna be good for hopefully some gold. For the gold dream, hopefully. I'll throw my truck here for now. But you never know. I'm not sure what's in there. I have a couple already at home, but let's see, some crackhead. It looks like it's just crackhead crap. You can tell how they go through shit. But anyways, we'll show you more as we continue as the day. I gotta go to dump again. I gotta pick up the chipping gun for that job. Go back there and at least finish what we have to do there. I'll show you more as we continue.
Kind of busy today. Yeah. Oh, look at that garbage pile. How big it's getting.
Yeah.
That's huge. Wow, I've never seen that much garbage here before like that.
It's overtaking the mountain.
Yeah, it's overtaking the yard actually. See how it looks really wet, that stuff. Just
heavy.
They're probably just waiting to dry out, I guess. It's just a mountain of garbage. Usually they clean this yard up pretty fast, but for some reason, maybe they had a breakdown or something. Whatever breakdown, you know, they're trucking 3, 4, 5 loads a day here. If they have a breakdown, they're probably gonna be behind. Rope and stuff there. I just want to show you this area. Everything you see here, all these buildings, is all landfilled. This was Falls Creek at one time. It's all been filled in. It's all various garbage dumps from the 20s, 30s, 40s. All this, everything you can see here, basically, it was all Falls Creek. Right up to Science World. I'll just show you the CN station in a second. Just totally landfilled. All this, everything you look at, it's either sand or built up building rubbles, but it was Falls Creek. It's just like Falls Creek I showed you the other day. This is the other part of Falls Creek, that one right through, right up to Clark. So everything is reclaimed land, everything you can see. All this area, it's a huge, huge area. I'll show you from this road here. See where they built those big buildings at the end, somewhat high-rise buildings? That's about the edge of the original slope line. So you know it's a big area. They landfilled this probably, they started around 1910, and at various times right up to about 1940s, different areas were filled in. We'll just continue there. You can see that Van City building, that's also was water. And a Science World, that looks like a golf ball coming up, that was also water. I'll just show you what it is. The CN station here is really old, but they put on pilings, and that was kind of one of the first areas they started filling in. See, all this is filled in here, everything you see here, all these buildings, they're sitting on pilings, or they're dug really deep down to bedrock. Yeah, we'll just show you just around the corner. As you get a little closer, you'll see the CN station right there. That you call the CN station. It's called Via Rail now. But anyways, that's a really old station, probably about 1920, I believe. And what it was is there's a tongue of land that came right off of Maine here, Maine and whatever this one is, terminal, main terminal. It came around like this way around, and same also there. So they landfilled this area here first, all this area. I worked on all those high rises there. I remember SkyTrain station went in, but all those high, like Van Cities I worked on 2 or 3 other high rises there, and they were all landfilled. And there was a lot of old bottles. I got tons of rare bottles on that site. I worked for that company. Even this park is all landfilled. And right here, where the McDonald's is, you see McDonald's there? That's where there was like called Ferry Market. I believe it was a Ferry Market, or it was like a big market. It was on pilings and all that, and that's where the land started from here. And like I say, all these roads, Science World is all filled in. All this is landfill. Everything you're looking at right now. See how Falls Creek joins there, beyond there? That's the original Falls Creek, but it flowed through right through here. I'll show you more in a second. The golf ball thing is Science World. All these buildings here are landfilled. So Falls Creek came right through here. It must have at least a couple miles up that way. So all these areas, I worked in all these buildings here. We're talking about 20 years ago. Maybe no, probably 25 years ago I worked in those buildings. So from here on, it's all been landfilled. All this area, all that's landfilled. Where the Canucks Stadium was, Rogers Arena, I got there was thousands of Coke bottles, blue Coke bottles when they dug that out. We're talking about at least 25 years ago. Maybe not that long. Yeah, probably 25 years ago. But see that road straight ahead? On high tide in the early days, you could row a boat through that area. So that was all like a bit of a kind of a creek area where when it was high tide, you could go right to Burrard Inlet. But even Dr. Sunyat said Gardens there, at his place there, that was all landfill. All this area is all landfill. They did a lot of filling in Vancouver here. Vancouver had a lot bigger areas, a lot of water. All this is landfill. Everything you see I'm showing you is landfill. And who knows what's in there? Old bottles, could be building rubble, could be dirt, could be sawdust, and lots of contamination. That park here sits on, it's full of PCBs buried in the ground, PCB oil. They have to make a park out of it. It's so contaminated. It's still today. It was just filled over. And that park had a lot of old bottles at the top there. And then there's Canucks Stadium, Rogers Arena. They just keep changing the name all the time. Whoever sponsors it, they change the name. But anyways, even this is all landfill here. Most of this area here. Part of here is somewhat higher ground, and down there goes to low ground. So that's a little bit of a history in this area, but sure, a beautiful area. I'll tell you, when it's nice and sunny, and it's just really nice area. BC Place Stadium. That stadium used to have an inflatable dome on there, and what they did is they actually changed it and put a retractable roof on there. That's why it's got all that caging on there. He spent millions and millions of dollars on there putting that caging on there. Kind of looks like a crown almost. But originally it was an inflatable dome, and you had to pressurize the building to keep the roof float. So it's kind of some new technology they did back then, but that's probably 1984 when they built that. I loaded a full of drywall. Took a couple hours. Had only and we had to strip a couple bulkheads and a few things there. But now I'm in front of the New West Gypsum here. I'll show you right above there. Looks like they're doing a demo here of some sort. Oh. There's some old building down here, but anyways, here's New West Gypsum Recycling. It says basically you're paying $120 if it's date stamped. That means it has to have a stamp of the manufacturer anytime after 1988. As long as it's date stamped, $120 a ton. No date stamps, you have to have asbestos reports, and it's $175 a ton you have to pay to get rid of this crap. I'll show you as we get closer. As you can see, they got mountains of drywall here, just mountains and mountains. They'll leave it in the rain, and once it gets mushy, then they take it inside and they start separating the gypsum powder with the cardboard paper backing. There's basically 2 layers of paper, one on the one side, thin layers of gypsum in the middle, and then you have another layer of cardboard type paper. Anyways, it looks like pretty busy here. They get the scale. They used to have one scale here, now they have 2 scales, an in and out scale, which helps a lot. You see there's tons of drywall in that warehouse. It's really full. So I gotta tell them my location, where it came from. I gotta tell them there's date stamps of the year 1992. If there was no date stamps, I'd have to have paperwork. I'd have to do some asbestos testing on it. Since we know the building was finished in 1993, we knew it was asbestos free. But generally anything 1990 or older, they want you to do asbestos test. But they told me the date stamps as early as 1988 is the earliest you see. Actually, they've seen 85, but 85 is pretty borderline. I've seen 88 myself, but not 85. Okay, we're gonna start approaching closer. We got fans here, all kinds of stuff. Get a little closer here, as you can see. Water misting there, spraying and stuff. There's the inspector checking the area below.
Drywall, it's amazing. Look at that. Mountains and mountains of drywall. Very busy here, I'll tell you. He's going to inspect my date stamps before I can drop the load. That means I can tell them anything, but they have to verify. If they don't verify it properly, then they won't let me dump it. Verified my load. 1 second, I gotta do my handle here on my thing. I have to do my handle, my truck. Okay, he verified my load. He gave me permission to dump it. If you can't verify the load, they won't let you dump here. Okay, wait. Okay, it's all empty and clear. It's just amazing how much drywall they got here. So you can see they're getting more drywall than they can process here. Incredible amounts of drywall. But they check every load here, so don't come down here unless you have paperwork or have proper date stamps. They'll just send you back. They will just send you back home. Here, just incredible pile. Look at this mountains high drywall. Mountains of drywall. This guy's having a problem here because they can't get exact date stamps on his drywall. It looks new, but it could be mixed new and old, so they have to check everything. There's a big truck there that's already, I guess he's taking something that looks like paper peelings. They separate the paper from the gyprock here, and then the powder goes somewhere else to make new board. About dumping drywall here, if your report is fake, say someone faked your report, the driver dumping the material is responsible. We got to sign paperwork here, just showing, you know, with a signature saying that we're responsible for any cleanup costs, contamination to the site. So you can get a bill for 50 grand. So if you're dealing with people that are cheaters and you get caught with a load that's bad, you're screwed. You're paying for this. So I advise you deal with people that you know. Make sure the report is accurate. If the report looks wrong, don't deal with it or don't haul it. I don't do drywall that much, to be honest. I don't do drywall for my own. If I'm, you know, doing a house demolition or I know the report's accurate, I'll do my own drywall, but otherwise it's not worth it. I wouldn't even take a chance. The cost is very high. Imagine contaminating a pile that high. It cost you $1 million to get rid of.
because any asbestos drywall has to go to Alberta, and that's about $4,000 a bin. So, and it has to go specially packaged in bags, so you better be careful. I was talking to one of the workers here, he told me that the material's coming in so fast they have no time grinding and processing and recycling it. So this is basically, it's getting worse and worse. It just comes in like all day long like this, truck after truck, right up till 7 at night, and then a weekends till I think 5. So, not Sunday, but Saturday till 5. So you know, the material's coming up so fast, and they're coming with big projects, semi-trailers full. Disposal $65 roughly, just around a half a ton or just a touch over, not very much. But anyways, it's like I say, the way it is. See all this demolition here going on here. Okay, off back to the site. There you got 4 cars stacked on top of each other. The hippies call that art, I call that scrap metal right there. You got a Camaro, you got a BMW, you got a minivan. Wow, there's 5 cars actually. Look at this. 5 cars right on top of an old tree. That's hippie art for you. Our job is done. We exposed the round column because we're going to square it off. I'm going to square that one off too. Took the wall out, pocket drawers out, and then they're gonna get their own guys in here, and they're gonna figure out the electrical and what they can take out, what they can't, how much they can open it up. So we're done for now here. The entryway was really tough there. It took forever to chip it. This one was a little tougher, but not too bad. Came off nicely here. All this stuff's out. It's a little bit of topping cement here. It should actually be ground. You can't really chip it, you have to grind it, but otherwise it's pretty good. A couple of spots here, but they're complaining about noise here. At 5:30 they want to shut the noise down, so we had to stop.
but we did as best we can. So that's it for now. Another fine job done. Okay, thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe and share. Have a great day. Canadian Treasure Hunter out. Thanks for watching.